Good morning, Happy New Year. Gary Dawaduck joining us as we talk a little bit with Manitoba Liquor Marts about some options for you when it comes to celebrating. First, we want to talk hours though, so no one misses out.
Yep, New Year's Eve, everything is open now as we speak.
Wow.
The early bird catches the worm,
Wow,
as
no
they say.
kidding.
And most stores will be open till 6.
Okay.
Most of them actually open till 7, but the ones that are standalone are 7 o'clock, and the ones that are in malls and places like that will close at 6.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay, and we wanted to say with the Dom, the fancy champagne, if you want to get that, call your local liquor store ahead of time.
You could call, or you can actually go onto our website. What
Perfect.
people don't realize is our website actually tells you what products are available. So you
Excellent.
should go there.
Even easier.
Yep.
Done, done, and done. All right.
So, of course, celebration time, cocktail time.
Yeah.
For those of you who are responsible hosts, there are mocktail recipes, which you should look up online or get from our liquor marts. But for those of you who are going to have some fun, I've got, hopefully we can get through 3 cocktails here.
Let's try
Right.
it.
From simple to hard, shall
Okay.
we say. So one that I think is absolutely delicious that is very old, and these are retro cocktails. They all date back to the 1800s that we're doing here. And retro is in, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
So going back to the Port Roger champagne that we opened just a short while ago, if you combine that with a product called Crème de Cassis, which is from Burgundy, France,
Okay.
what you have, about 1 part of Crème de Cassis to about 4 to 5 parts of champagne, you have an absolutely delicious cocktail known as a Kir Royale.
Kir Royale. And I'm
Kir
guessing
Royale.
the creme is made out of blueberries by the looks of the label?
It's Cassis's blackberries.
Blackberries. Okay.
So a nice little garnish, of course, then would be blackberries.
Sure.
So absolutely easy, absolutely wonderful to do, and absolutely delicious. Nice thing about it too is you can control the amount of creme de cassis you want in there, which is very sweet, which balances off the dryness of the champagne. So that's super easy.
Yeah, beautiful.
Those of you who like to get a little bit more showy, another retro cocktail that's a personal favorite of mine is called the Brandy Alexander.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, if you could scoop me up with
Some
a device
ice,
there,
sure.
Jeremy. What I pre-poured in here are 2 spirits. One of them is KWV brandy,
Okay.
and also Bull's Creme de Cacao. You can use brandy, or if you want to go up a notch, you can go to cognac as an option. Cognac is the brandy, what champagne is the sparkling wine.
All right, now I'm starting to get it. Okay.
All right, so you combine those ingredients, put it into a shaker glass like this. There's 1 part of creme de cacao, 1 part of brandy, and I'll add approximately 1 part of half and half cream
Okay.
in there. Okay. Then you take your cocktail shaker, put it over top, give it a good pound. The reason you do that is when you do the shaking, you'll send stuff all over the place. So the shaking goes like this. And this also looks very good. It's great for entertaining people. And there's a lot of theories as to when you should stop shaking. My personal theories is when it gets almost too cold to handle, then it's ready to go. Okay, so there you have it. It's very cold, as you can see if you touch it.
Yes.
Very cold. So what you do then is you have to loosen this top part, like so. Off it goes.
Didn't spill a drop.
Not a drop.
Man, it's good.
Totally professional. You should have seen me practicing yesterday, though.
Kitchen's a disaster right now.
And so Brandy Alexander goes into a martini-style glass like so. And then the garnish you can add to it is a little bit of nutmeg.
Beautiful.
Brown nutmeg. And you have an absolutely delicious drink, which virtually tastes like a milkshake.
All right, we're going to put the pressure on. We need to go as quick as possible to the heart of what's the
Okay,
hardest
so
one here.
Old Fashioned is another really old drink, again from the 1800s. And what you have in here is a version of it which goes with oranges. So you take the peels of oranges, as I've done here,
Yeah.
squeeze them into a glass, like so. There's 3 of them in there now. Add 1 ounce of what I'm using here is rye whiskey, but you can also use bourbon.
Oh, okay.
You add then a teaspoon of simple syrup, which is basically syrup made from sugar and water.
Gives a nice little sweetness to it.
A nice little sweetness to it, absolutely. Cocktails are all about balancing sweetness with dryness.
And bitter.
And also some bitters. So 2 dashes of Angostura bitters go in here. Then we're going to scoop up a little bit more ice.
A little bit of ice for you, sir? Here.
Yep.
My fingers
That's
are
go right ahead.
Like this?
Hands are good.
like that.
That goes in there like that, maybe a little tiny bit more.
Sure.
What we're going to do is stir that up. And what you want to do is dilute it a little bit, like so. And then eventually what you do is you add a 2nd ounce of rye whiskey, like so.
Okay.
You then top it up with a little bit more ice, like that. You give it a bit of a stir. And then to add an interesting element of caramelization, what you can do is actually take a barbecue lighter, light another orange peel until it becomes very shiny. And what that does is it creates a bit of a caramelized effect.
Wow.
Get
On
kind
the
of
drink.
oil out of the
It
orange.
actually takes the oils out. You can actually see how the oils are coming out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the skin. And what you do is you do one final squeeze like that. Top it up with ice once again if you like. Maybe give it another stir. And what you have there is one version of what's called an old-fashioned, an absolutely delicious drink, which is very layered. As it becomes colder and the ice dilutes, it becomes more and more delicious.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ideas from Manitoba Liquor Marts. Of course, we want to make sure that everyone's safe, so don't forget to be a responsible server and keep your eyes open for things like the mocktail at your local Manitoba Liquor Marts. Cheers, Gary.
Thanks, Gary. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Looking forward to having you back next year. Where would you coming
Sounds
up?
good.